Hi, and welcome to another Pick a Card reading. As some of you may have noticed, I haven't posted in a little while now. Things have just been happening in life, you know. A lot of things going on. I've moved. I'm in a new place. In a lot of ways, I'm in a new place, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all that good stuff. So, yeah. But I'm back now, and I'm gonna post this video at some point and you'll see it. So cool. I also want to thank you for all of the new subscribers and all the comments I've been getting. They've all been so lovely and nice, and I feel very grateful for that, so thank you very much. I really love doing these readings and creating this kind of content, but again, life has just been crazy recently, so I've had to take a little break, but I still appreciate all of the energy that y'all are putting out towards me as well. It's been very, very kind. So thank you. Thank you. And today's topic is what Spirit wants you to know, what Spirit wants you to be aware of. What do you need to know right now? Like, what is going on in your life, and what guidance, confirmations, clarifications do you need for that, for whatever you're going through? Yeah. Cool. And I have 3 mugs for you to choose from. I'll put them on the screen now. Alright, so these are your 3 options. You have group 1 with this white and pink cup with the flowers on it. You have group 2 with the bluish green mug, and then group 3 with the larger like green brown-ish mug. Alright, so pause the video if you need to. I'm going to leave it here, take your time, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with group 1. Hi! Hey group 1. So those of you who chose this mug here, this was actually a lovely gift from a friend of mine. It's so pretty. I'm going to leave that here. Sure. Okay. So, what do you need to know right now, group 1? What is going on with y'all? And again, this is a new place, so I don't know like how the audio is going to come across there. I feel like it's going to be maybe really loud and echoey, because that's what I'm hearing. So, sorry if that's the case, but... Alright, group 1. What do you need to know? Ooh, okay. Give me another one. I feel like good times are like, if they're not around you right now, they will be very, very soon. More specifically though, if you don't feel like good times are around you right now, what Spirit is saying is there may be an adjustment of your perception that needs to happen, if that makes sense. Because you have the 3 of Cups here. Also, got a new deck, love it. It's the, what is it? The Majestic Earth Tarot. It's gorgeous. Anyway, so 3 of Cups. And the words on it are merriment, healing, friendship, and gratitude. Yeah. What do you need to know right now? I feel like there's just like good things, and I'm hearing like healing relationships, healing connections, healing things, but it all feels very good, and like the merriment is sticking out too. It's just, it's almost like you finding your soul tribe, or you finding, if it's not like actual people, it's you finding work that you love, or you finding hobbies that you enjoy. It's I don't know, it's like the sense of you stepping into your freedom. And maybe you just did that. Maybe you just took a leap of faith, or made a big change in your life. And if that's the case, then this is a confirmation that it was a good choice. It's a good one. What else does group 1 need to know? What's going on with them? And some of you, I feel, maybe just like longing for this, like the sense of friendship and family and the sense of home. And if that's the case, again, Spirit is just asking you to kind of see if you can see all the love and support that is already around you, in whatever way that is. Yeah, because even if things are coming to us, like in the future, right? We live in the present moment always. So the future things can't come to us if we don't match them vibrationally. Does that make sense? So like if I'm wanting to have like good healthy friendships, I need to be in a good healthy spot, like mentally, emotionally, and all that kind of stuff, or at least as best I can be, you know? And so, yeah, it feels like there may need to be some kind of, or just like, I don't know. I guess like just that it's important to meet that vibrationally. So even if things are like coming, we get messages that things are coming to us in the future, that doesn't mean that we just sit and wait for things to come to us. I mean, you can, and it could happen, maybe, I don't know. I'm not, you know, the master of all things at all. But I think the more that we exist in the vibrations and the frequencies and the feelings and the mentality that we want to be in, that is whenever we start to see our life around us reflecting that. And that's just getting me to like this reflecting here, you know, like the life we're living or like what we're doing is reflected in the world around us. Yeah. So it's almost like Spirit is saying to like really be careful with what you're focusing on in your life. Like if you find yourself complaining about a lot of things or feeling maybe sad or lonely and things like that, which those are all very valid things to feel. I'm not saying don't feel those things. I'm just saying to, or I guess Spirit is saying, to see if there are also other things around you as well, you know, to focus on. Ooh, that one just flew out there. 8 of Stones. This has been wanting to come out so bad. It's been on the bottom of the deck. 8 of Pentacles. It's like, look at me. Okay. Productivity, labor, handiwork, craft. Yeah. Okay, so the 8 of Pentacles is really all about, or how I see the 8 of Pentacles, it's really all about like you doing you in the most like true, authentic way that you can. It's you bringing to the table what you can, what you're willing to, what brings you joy, because you don't become a master of something without liking it a little bit, you know, because you have to put a lot of hours into something, you know, in order to become a master at it. And that's what the 8 of Pentacles is about, is like hard work and yeah, handiwork, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So it's just like it takes time to build. Yeah, it takes time to build the life we want. It takes time to build the connections we want. So maybe even if there are people around you that like you see potential in, or maybe jobs or hobbies that you see potential in, but it's just not happening like now. Things take a while to build. Like this person or these people are building like this stone wall here, and they're doing it very, very well. But it takes time to like chip away at all these edges and establish it and build like these great buildings and all that. Or even like, you know, for Earth itself to create these gorgeous landscapes. Like things take time to develop. So I feel like that's another message with the whole like you making sure that you're in the vibrations and the feeling and the things that you want to come to you. Like making sure you're matching that. And then like just naturally things will unfold and manifest around you. Yeah, things will build over time naturally. Like you don't really have to. It's not a feeling of working so hard because you're enjoying what you're doing. And that doesn't mean that like it doesn't feel like work sometimes. But it's just overall you feel proud of the work that you're doing, or you feel fulfilled by the work that you're doing, or by the connections that you're making, or whatever it is that this is talking about. It's like you ultimately, while doing these things, while what is that, interacting with whatever this is, these people, these situations, you feel at peace, you feel at home, you feel fulfilled within yourself, and then that is what is going to be reflected around you. Yeah. Yeah, and look, at the bottom of the deck, you have Four of Trees, which is the Four of Wands, which is all about, like, stability and, again, that merriment feeling and balance, which is, yeah, something that is absolutely around you. It's, like, in your field, in your energy field. It's just, like, taking a minute to manifest into your physical realm, I guess. What else does group 1 need to know? Let's see. So many cards. We're not going to take all these because that's a lot. I did see that, like, one of those was the Seven of Cups, and with all of those cards, I feel like there are a lot of options around you, or available to you. That could mean there are a lot of different paths in front of you for you to choose from, and you may be feeling a little indecisive, or just, if it's not indecisive, just like not knowing where to go or not seeing the way forward or something like that. Like just maybe even feeling kind of stuck or lost. Any of those words, choose one. But if that's the case, again, I don't know, it just feels like there's no wrong answer, there's no wrong choice. Like, it's just kind of follow that gut feeling, follow what lights that fire within you, follow, I don't know, that passion, that drive that you have, that warm fuzzy feeling, and trust that it will manifest and like exactly how you want it to, or that it is manifesting. Yeah, you have Five of Stone, which is the Five of Pentacles, and it says hardship, refuge, dormancy, devotion. And yeah, this is, to me, that feeling of being stuck and like not seeing the way forward, or maybe you're getting out of this and you've really been in a cycle of lack, or a lack mentality, or just feeling like you can't get ahead, or there's always just another obstacle, or yeah, I don't know, like just feeling like you're not really making forward, or just feeling like that there's more that you can do, there's more that you can accomplish, there's better connections you know that you're able to make, like deeper connections, you know? And yeah, I think it's a very important phase. I don't want to say phase, but it is like kind of a cycle, maybe. Like these feelings, these emotions, these thought processes are very and have been very important for you to feel and experience and go through, because it gives you an awareness and I want to say like I was going to say sure-footedness. I don't know if that's really a word, but yeah, I don't know, like this awareness and this ability to move forward into these new parts of life, these new, more maybe exciting experiences, because you've seen the other side. Does that make sense? Yeah, because I think that's something I've learned on my own journey is I'm trying to think how to explain that. So we have like happiness and sadness, right? Light, dark, whatever, like the polarity of things. And one really can't exist without the other because they exist in contrast, right? So the deeper we feel sadness and grief, logically, that also means the more that we're able to experience light and hope and joy and things like that. That's not saying like go and make yourself feel like terrible and sad and things like that. It's just, it's part of the cycle of life. And like if you ever seen spiritual things, so they have like that spiral and you go deeper and deeper, and it expands more in the spiral. Do you know what I mean? So you have lower lows and higher highs. And then like going inwards, it can even out more, but still there's just like that ever changing cycle. And so this has been a very important part of this that is coming into your life. Yeah. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that felt relevant for this reading. I'll pull some more. Yeah, exactly. Because, so like you have been through this, you have been through these cycles, and you've done it. That's what it feels like. That's kind of like the feeling that spirit, your guides, like your spiritual team, whatever you refer to them as, is kind of giving me. It's like you have been through this, and they're acknowledging that, and they're acknowledging those feelings and things like that. But it's time to move past that and to focus on other things, because you have the sun come out, which is really like the polar opposite of that. That's crazy. And it says attainment, right? Attaining those manifestations, that all that hard work that you've been putting in, all of those skillful hours you've been putting into maybe your healing journey or whatever else. Optimism, radiance, and wonder. Yeah, it's a whole new world. Whole new world. You're coming into like this new life, this new way of being, and it's just beautiful. Oh, that feels so good. Okay. No. Yeah, okay, so it feels like it's like these, what I was saying with those new paths, or like those multiple paths for you to choose from. You have the Steward of Clouds, which is the Page of Swords. So for me, this is about using your discernment and things like that, being observant, all those good things. But in this instance, what I feel like it's advice that's coming through, like with all these paths that you have to choose from, or with these options. Or some of you, you're like, what options? Because you just feel like so lost, or you feel like it's just a blank canvas and there's nothing to choose from. That in itself is endless possibilities. You know what I mean? Like an endless amount of options. And so the advice that Spirit is saying is like, go for it. Like, I don't know, because so the Page of Swords is all the pages, like they're very new and exciting to the world, and like they're very curious, right? They want to go forward and explore new things and try out new things, you know? Just kind of put themselves out there in a way, because that's how we learn. And that is what Spirit is like calling you to do, or to be aware of. That maybe like the path that you choose, maybe there's a path that you feel a little trepidation over, is that the right word? Or a little hesitant to begin. Maybe you feel like you're not ready, or it's like too grand a thing, or you don't know how you could possibly accomplish that or something. This is saying like, take small steps. Take one little baby, the tiniest step possible, and just see what happens. See where it takes you. Even if you take like 2 steps into something and you're like, you know what, that's not what I want to do. That's okay. Because now you know it takes out that option, and then you have these to choose from. Does that make sense? So like there's not really like a wrong way to go about this, because you have done so much healing work within yourself, because you have, or it's healing within yourself, or within maybe your work, because you've made so much progress there, or within these relationships or these connections. It's something that you have already put in so much work and dedication towards. Trust that you've already built this like foundation for you to continue to build upon. That was really big. Trust that you have already built a solid foundation for you to continue to build upon. you've built it already, and so it's time to just keep moving forward and take those steps and progress that way. Trust that you have this sense of stability, even if you can't necessarily feel it or see it all the way 100%. Trust that you have this stability. Trust that you have that foundation to build upon. That's just like the words that they're saying. And yeah, things are gonna progress forward, because again, you've taken those actions. It feels like you kind of know where to go, and even if it's you don't know where to go, it feels like you're trusting yourself more, and you're trusting your feelings, and you're trusting your intuition and your discernment and things like that, and that is leading you forward into this like Three of Cups and Sun energy. Yeah. So be brave. That's kind of a phrase that's coming to mind. It's like be brave and like bold and fearless, and I know that can like be daunting, I guess, but really that's just like taking a chance on yourself, like just being free, like choosing yourself, choosing a way forward that feels in alignment with you, that feels good, that feels fulfilling to you. Take that step, take that chance on yourself. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get one of these to close off the reading. Thank you. Okay, this will be just like final advice, I guess. Crown chakra. I am connected to my highest self. There is only oneness. Absolutely. There is only oneness. Yeah, I'm connected to my highest self. Y'all have been putting in so much like work and dedication to whatever it is. Like I'm almost getting emotional. Like you've been on this very long journey. Not to say that the journey is over by any means, but like you have already put in so many miles. Do you know what I mean? On this path, like you've already accomplished, covered so much ground. And now you're able to go forward and like with this connection with that intuition and discernment, and really move forward and truly create the life that you want just by being yourselves. Like, yeah, it just feels like freedom. It feels like at the root of all the things that you're wanting and desiring, which maybe most everyone feels that way, but it just feels like you're desiring freedom and independence and balance, stability, love, all that kind of stuff, but in a very just like free oneness sense. Does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't know. That's what the Spirit is saying. Like, you're there. Yeah, you're there. You're here already, which is what this was saying at the beginning. Like, you're there already. It's just kind of, I don't want to say opening your eyes, but kind of just like actually taking in the beauty and the things that are already around you. Maybe even looking back at all the ground that you've already covered, how much you've accomplished already, and seeing that, yeah, that you're already there. And again, even if you don't see like every single thing that you're wanting and desiring or have been wanting and manifesting, trust that like things come in little by little, you know? Like this wall will be built to completion. It just, you have to put up brick by brick. And so, I don't know, it's just saying like you're there, just like trust that that the journey is still a journey. Like you're not just gonna automatically wake up and be like, oh wow, this is like everything I've ever wanted. You know, it's a process. It's a journey. It takes time. But again, you're just like, you're already connected, and you know that you're one, I guess, with all, like just in balance and at peace. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates, but that's what Spirit is saying, is like, you're there. Like, just trust that you are, because you are. And there's so much love and so much support around you. Yeah, like so much. If you take like a moment to just close your eyes and just like quiet all the things around you and just kind of sit and ask, you can ask for your guides or your angels or whatever resonates with you to help you feel their love and support for you. Yeah, and they will absolutely show you. Just kind of sit still and like allow yourself to be open and feel that love and support, because they're helping you. They're helping you get there, get in this energy and see that the world is a reflection of where you are. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end that there. Okay, group one, I hope this was helpful. I hope this resonated. I'd love to hear from you if it does. Yeah, and if you are interested in private reading or my oracle deck, then all the information for that is down below. All right, cool. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello. So if you chose group 2 or this blue mug here, this is your reading. I love this mug. It's so cute. Pretty. Cool. Alright. That there. Okay, group 2. What do y'all need to know right now? What is going on? I don't know why, I feel like there's some kind of like fun vibes going on. Group 2. Yas. We got temperance straight away. Look at all that sunshine back here. Balance, harmony. It says providence, serendipity, patience. Group 2. What is going on up here? One flip. The Knight of Pentacles. That's funny. I was like, I felt the need to ask, like, what are y'all waiting on? Like, y'all are waiting on something. And then, because you have patience on here, and that's kind of like the feeling this card is giving me, that like this lady is like standing, kind of like waiting for something to arrive to her, like she's there with her arms open, just like waiting. But I didn't ask the card. I was like, all right, what else? And then you had like the Knight of Pentacles, which is known to be like one of the slowest moving energies. So I think that's funny. So I do think that y'all have been waiting a minute for something. I'm not sure what, but whatever it is you're waiting on, you feel like you've been waiting a long time and you feel like it's due now. You're like, all right, I've waited long enough. Like, where is this? What's happening? What's going on? Yeah. That's too many. But again, like whenever I was, I'm just kind of getting the feeling that now, like Spirit, like you're saying like, or like, sorry, words. It feels like you're waiting for something, but Spirit is like, what are you waiting for? Like, it feels like things are only moving slowly because you're waiting for something to happen, maybe instead of doing something, or maybe instead of taking action, going for something, or I don't know, because there is like this sense of like stagnancy, but yeah, because you have like the Three of Clouds at the bottom, which is the Three of Swords in this deck, and I'm being drawn to the word like breakthrough here, there, and yeah, I don't know, it feels like like you're kind of like waiting for the clouds to part, or you're waiting for like the specific sign to like start something or do something. You're just like, you want to, like the Knight of Pentacles, you want to make sure that you have everything lined up exactly perfectly before you just jump in and go for it, which that is a very like responsible thing to do. And I think some of that legwork is needed to be done before you can start. Like, I do think that is a confirmation that yes, there is like some groundwork that needed to be laid, or that needs to be laid before you can jump into this venture or this relationship or whatever that it is that you're thinking about right now for this reading. But at the same time, it feels like Spirit is saying like, all right, you've done enough, like just start. It's like you've planned out enough details, you've thought about it long enough, like just come on, just get it going. Let's see. Cause it, yeah, I don't know. All right. I take both of these. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, because I was just thinking, I was like, there's like this sense of like, because I don't feel like super weighed down by this waiting. It feels like you've been almost content to make these little bitty moves and like get yourself on stable, solid ground and like do this little bit of legwork before you jump forward. Because it just feels right and more stable, you know what I mean? So it doesn't feel like you're like worried or stressed or anxious about this. You're just kind of like, all right, come on, I've done this. Like, it's time to get going. It's time to, like, I want more. I'm ready for more. And you have Aurora come out, which is in this deck, this is the star card. And you have the Empress's domain, which is the Empress in this deck. So wish fulfilled and total, complete, absolute abundance and like the dreams come true, as major arcana cards, no less. So that's 3 major arcana cards I will point out. So yeah, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Is probably better phrasing there, but creativity, life, bountiful, truth, illumination, inspiration, like you got it all is what I'm hearing. Just go for it. And again, like it feels like you have put in the work, like you've put in enough work or all the work that you need to in order to just jumpstart and go. And maybe that's like you've made the connections that you need to, if it's not like physical work that you're thinking of. It feels like maybe you've made the connections that you need to in order to meet other people or to jumpstart another creative project or get this job, or you know what I mean? It just feels like for whatever reason, like the groundwork and like this, I'm seeing like a grid and these like pathways almost, like all of that has kind of been laid out and it's just waiting for you to like jump, go, take that leap, go. That's like all I'm hearing. And I think that's part of like the sense of humor. That's what I was trying to say earlier too. Like it doesn't really feel heavy and I still feel like this sense of like levity, and just kind of like funness. And I think that's because since you've done this groundwork or whatever, you already feel kind of stable, so you're not like super worried about whatever happens. Like you're willing to kind of just like take a chance and see what happens, you know, like if it works out, cool, if not, fine. But there is still a part of you that's like, come on, I've been waiting. And that's when Spirit's like saying, just go for it and this will come. They're just kind of like, it's all you. Like things are there, things are in place, you just gotta move. You just gotta take that step, you just gotta move. And yeah, so that's that. Let's see what else. Group 2. Because you have the 5 of Pentacles here, and then you have the Knight of Swords, which the Knight of Swords is very fast moving energy, and this is how they came out on the table. And if you see, like, this Knight of Swords is like running away from this energy. And for me, the Five of Pentacles is very much an energy of stagnation and lack, because that's what it is. And this Knight of Swords is like, nope, nope, done with that, goodbye. Risk-taking, yeah, whoa. Assertive, driven, risk-taking, fearless are the words on this card. And I don't know if that focuses on the card or not, but that's what it says. Yeah, just going for it, taking that step, riding off and just taking a chance, because that's what the Knight of Swords does. Like, they don't necessarily I mean, they do think things through because they're the swords energy, but it's also kind of like brash and just going for it. It's like, oh, I have this idea, poof, I'm just gonna go. And that's what this feels like. You're just kind of, it feels like Spirit is just like asking you to leave this like place of stagnation. And if that feels overwhelming to you because you're just like, I don't know how to do that, I don't know what you want me to do, I'm just here, you know what I mean? Like, if that's kind of your energy, then any movement will lead to more movement, is a message I'm getting. Kind of like one of Newton's laws, I don't remember what the number of it, but it's like an object at rest stays at rest, an object in motion stays in motion. So once you just start moving a little bit, even if you just like take a chance, maybe you're like wanting, for example, starting a tarot channel or something, just record a video. Or if you don't want to do that much, maybe make like a pick a card thing on Instagram where you just, you know, take pictures of it, if that's easier. Just start somewhere. Or give a reading to a friend and then maybe ask if you can do it for another friend or something. Or if it's like a music thing, go out and ask if you can collaborate with someone, or just post a video of yourself or something like that. You know what I mean? Just take some kind of small action. And little by little, things are just going to start unfolding. And it feels like kind of quickly. At first, it might feel slow. Like you're just kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is the right step. I don't know, but it's just go for it. Just trust it. Let go. You're already in this energy. Like, this is all around you right now, exactly as you are. So just trust that whatever step you're taking is a beneficial step for you. Yes. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a final card because this seems pretty straightforward and they're just wanting you to go for it. So they're just wanting, yep. Okay. That's amazing. Okay, you have the navel chakra. It says, I feel alive. I take action that inspires me. I cannot make this stuff up. That's amazing. I take action that inspires me. And look at that. Navel chakra. So your navel chakra, so you have your solar plexus is here, and then your navel chakra is like on your navel. And that is the one that where your gut feeling is, and that circulates the energy through your body, and it's like very action driven. It's that like childlike playfulness, you know, where the solar plexus is more emotionally based, let's say. But yeah, this is like taking that action and just going for it. Look at this little person. They're just like, they're ready to go explore the world. This little child is just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to go see this world. Just ready to explore. They got their backpack and everything. See, they've done some work. They packed a little bag and they're ready to just go out and explore and see what happens. And that's what this feels like. Just take that action and just kind of embrace that bold, childlike energy, maybe. Yeah, so I think that's why I kept getting like the sense of fun and playfulness, is that's an energy Spirit is really asking you to like embrace and step into. Like, just really follow the things that bring you joy. Like, don't overthink things too much. Just like, does it make me happy when I do this? Or like, do I feel fulfilled on some level whenever I do this action, or when I interact with these people, or whatever else, you know? It's like, when I'm in this situation, when I'm around these people, do I feel alive? Do I feel fulfilled, joyful, those kind of things, or just at peace at home? And follow those feelings, follow that, because that is going to be the momentum that leads you to you seeing this happening in your physical world. Because again, it's already like happening around you energetically, but you'll see it more physically reflected in your physical world the more that you follow those little nudges of inspiration and joy, and laughter. A lot of playfulness and laughter. Just do things that make you happy. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that's just something like Spirit's saying, like, just like play, like just do things that you like to do. Like if that's going for a walk, or like going to sit by a tree, if it's going to run or color in a coloring book, or do a puzzle, or reach out to a certain friend, or talk to a friend, or eat this certain food, whatever it is, like just do as much as you can that keeps you in this state of feeling happy with yourself and with your life and all that kind of stuff. I hope that makes sense. Like just continue to embrace that energy and live in those energies, and things are just going to unfold. Like trust yourself. Trust that you've laid the groundwork, and trust that it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah. And with that, it's time for me to go. Sorry. But yeah, so I'm going to end this reading here, pile 2. Yeah, because I feel like that's all that Spirit wants to say to you. They're like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go. 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 Alright, cool. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this resonated. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, all the information for private readings, or if you're interested in purchasing my Oracle deck, all of that's down below. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello. So if you chose group 3 here, or this mug here, this is your reading. This layer. Okay, so group 3, what do y'all need to know? What is going on? Group 3. I don't know why, but I get the sense that y'all are very stubborn. Just gonna put that out there. They're stubborn about something. Whoa, and then they had like these mountains pop up here. They're being hard-headed about something. Let's see. Group 3. What do they need to know? Because I get the sense that y'all are very like intelligent and very yeah, I don't know, very intelligent, very discerning, very, I want to say like divine masculine energy, meaning that like you like to plan things and follow things and see things through, and like in that there's almost like a stubbornness as well. It's like, no, this will happen and I will make it happen kind of thing, which is interesting because the first 2 cards to come out, you have the Magician and the Chariot. So y'all definitely just make things happen. It's like you see something, you want it, you make it happen, you're successful. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're successful 100% of the time, because who is? But yeah, it's like you just, yeah, there's these mountains again in the background. It's like, yeah, I don't know, you stand your ground, or you know what you want and you're standing your ground for it. Does that make sense? So maybe like you've been challenged recently or been like through some adversities or something, maybe some challenging connections, but you are now standing up for yourself, or standing up for things that you believe in, things that matter to you, things that feel important. And you're like delivering those messages very clearly. It sounds like you're setting boundaries for yourself, for the world around you, for people around you, for yourself, with yourself, and through that, that's like where the success is coming through, because the Chariot often talks about success and momentum, triumph, all those good things. Yeah. What is going on with y'all? Yeah, it just feels like you're in like this new phase of life. And I don't know if that's like necessarily true, like that wording, but that's kind of like the feeling I'm getting, is that you're in like this new phase or this new mentality of life, or you've had this realization or something where you're just realizing your worth and you're sticking to it. And you're like kind of not forcing everyone else to, because we can't force anyone to do anything, but you're just like holding yourself responsible for your boundaries. And so in that, it kind of allows other people to be responsible for themselves, you know what I mean? And so like you're not accepting anyone or anything that's wanting to violate your boundaries in any way. Does that make sense? That's really weird wording, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Like you're just like staying true to you. I'm gonna get some more cards. Three. What's going on? I just keep getting like this immovable force energy. Again, that mountain, that stubbornness, that hard-headedness. Because it feels like it's almost to a fault, yeah? Because you have the Nine of Clouds, which is the Nine of Swords here. So like worry, fear. It almost feels like, in a way, like you see the path forward and you like see and you can plan out how things are supposed to work out. Like you see, like if I do this and this and this, then this will happen and I'll be successful this way. And by gum, by golly, that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the energy. And I think it can work, but it almost feels like you're putting in more work or more effort. I don't want to say than what needs to be, because I do think like there is like hard work and effort that needs to take place. But it feels like it's just, there is an easier way. I don't know, because like this Nine of Swords, it's like not seeing something clearly, because whenever we're in this state of worry and fear and anxiety, I mean, if we think of fear as an illusion, then it would come like logically that we're in a state of illusion. We're not seeing things clearly when we're in this state of being, when we have this kind of mentality. So it feels like you're almost like worried that you won't be successful with whatever your venture is, or maybe this relationship, or maybe you're worried like you'll never meet the right people, or maybe you're really wanting soul tribe and it's just like not happening and you're worried that that's not going to happen. That's not the case. I'm just going to put that out there first. Because like success is coming. Like you got the Magician and the Chariot. It's coming. It just feels like, yeah, okay, so you see how you have like these clouds and these mountains like in the background? Like you have the Magician here, but you have like these mountains in the background, and that's like that stubbornness I was feeling. I feel like that almost has to take a back seat. Like you have to let go a little bit, like let go of the control, the need to control, the need to have everything perfectly executed, and yeah, align just right. Yeah, I'm hearing like let some magic into your life, you know, like kind of allow things to flow a little bit, because it feels like you can achieve success the way that you're going and the way that you're wanting things to happen in this very like rigid manner. It is possible, absolutely. But I think the things that you're truly desiring will come about in a different way, if that makes sense. Like, that's why these mountains are in the background. Like, it's almost like you end up leaving, you have to leave that stubbornness in a way behind, or the egotistical part of that stubbornness, I should say, behind. And that's whenever like this magic comes in and these opportunities. Yeah. Let's get some more. I hope this is making sense. All right. Group 3. What is going on with Group 3? Hey. I got so many. I'm not going to take any of them because it's just a lot. It's too much. And you may be feeling overwhelmed with this planning too, because I feel like whenever we create plans that are like very in-depth plans, very detailed plans, sometimes it's nice, but sometimes you just look at that long list and it's like, whoa, that's a lot. And it can feel overwhelming, and that's maybe part of what this is too. If that's the case, just getting, I mean, you have the 9 of Cups on the bottom, which is like happiness and elation, joy, wish fulfilled kind of thing. So again, it feels like from Spirit's perspective, they're saying like there's not really anything to worry about because you will make it happen and things will happen. It just doesn't have to be so rigid and so now or never kind of energy. Like, it doesn't have to be on this really strict time frame or happen like in 3 steps, you know. It can happen in like 20 and be even better than you thought it was going to be, you know. And it might even happen quicker than you were wanting to, if you let go a little bit. Yeah. As soon as I said that, you got the Ace of Cups. Look at that, Ace of Cups. And the words on this one are nourish, joy, delight, beauty. Yes, look at that, Ace of Cups. Yeah, absolutely. There are like these spirits wanting you to know that there's so much abundance and joy and so many opportunities around you. It just feels like they're in different packages than what you were originally anticipating. Like in your detailed plan that you have for yourself, or this vision that you have for yourself moving forward in your dreams and your manifestations, it's like it's very narrow. It feels very like narrow. When there's stuff like all on the outside that would just like blow your mind in the best way possible, but you're just not seeing it clearly because you kind of have like this narrow lens focus. Like, you have this such detailed approach, this very stubborn, hard-headed approach, and I really don't mean that in like a judgmental way at all. Like, I am, as a stubborn, hard-headed person myself, like, I get it. But it just feels like, I don't know, there's just like more. It just feels like Spirit's wanting you to just like open up. Just like let go, let down those walls, take off those blinders and just like see. Actually, yeah, that's kind of interesting. So like, I mean, it's not exactly it, but if you could imagine like these are like the same landscape, just like with this lens versus what it actually looks like the fear and worry kind of makes it look like this. And that's kind of what Spirit is making me feel like is what's happening right now, is you're kind of like, I don't want to say bringing yourself down, but it's just like, because it's not that, it's, I don't know, I just keep getting like this sense of like seeing something so single-mindedly, so narrowly, so pointedly focused. I don't know, seeing something like this when really like this is what Spirit is seeing all around you. This is like all of these opportunities that are actually around you, but for whatever reason you're just being stubborn. That's what Spirit's saying, and I know there's more to it than that, and I'm not trying to like put you down by any means. Yeah, because look, even at the bottom you have the Ten of Pentacles. There is like total abundance and like fulfillment and great, wonderful, successful things like all around you, and opportunities and people, connections, like maybe even coming in. So I just wanted you to know that they're there, I guess. If nothing else, just like trust that they're there. If you can't see it now, that's okay. Don't try to pressure yourself. Don't try to force things to happen. You don't need to. Just like, if you can just like breathe, like a deep breath and let go and just like trust that you are exactly where you need to be right now. Everything is happening exactly as it needs to right now. That's whenever like you'll start to like notice and see these things. Yeah. What else for group 3? Group 3. I just need to like have fun with it. I don't know, that's something Spirit's saying. Be more playful, don't be so serious with yourself. Have compassion like for yourself, towards others, towards life around you. Okay, I'm gonna take both of these. We got 2 of Cups and 4 of Clouds, which is a 4 of Swords. So yeah, rest, relax, let go, and like new connections, new things, balance. All of that will come into your life, you know? Take a moment and rest, meditate, something like that. Yeah, it feels like this is you like meeting up with like these new opportunities and seeing things clearly, this union. And it could be like actual people and like coming in, or new opportunities, job things, creative endeavors, something like that. But it just feels like they almost, like Spirit is like asking you to just breathe, relax a little bit, rest, trust that it's happening. There's something like significant with like this harp and these angels here too on this card. I don't know if like music is maybe really important, or just like that sense of rest. Maybe your dream state, you might get a lot of ideas or inspiration there, or peacefulness in your sleep. I don't know, like healing, I guess is what I meant by that. Yeah. I just get like this big, really like what this is saying is to let go of your expectations. Because that's kind of what the stubbornness and hard-headedness is. It's it doesn't necessarily have to be your approach to things, but sometimes we're stubborn in like our expectations that we have for something. Like we want things to look this way whenever we receive it. So maybe it's a person, maybe it's like a certain job, maybe we want this like specific salary or something like that. And Spirit is saying to just kind of like let go of those like really rigid expectations and trust that what you truly need and what will truly be fulfilling and abundant to you will happen, and it may not look or sound exactly like you were originally anticipating or imagining and envisioning. It might be really different, but that's not a bad thing. Like that's not something to worry or fret over. It's really something to be celebrated, honestly. It's one of those things, it's like, I don't know like what those sayings are, but it's something like sometimes you don't know what you want until you see it or until you already have it, kind of thing. It's usually talked to like customers. It's like, oh, they don't know what they want until you give it to them. And that's kind of like this energy. It's like you think you know what you want and you see it and you think you're seeing things really clearly and you're seeing the success or this like certain type of success and whatever this is. The Spirit's saying like to let go of that rigidness, like that rigid expectation, because there's something much more bountiful and pleasurable coming in for you. Yeah. Yeah. And in a different way too. I feel like it's going to be almost like a surprise. As soon as I said that, you have like the upturned here, which is the Hanged Man. Yeah, which is like all about seeing things in a completely different perspective, seeing things like in a different way, you know, turning things on its head and looking at things in a different way. So yeah, I think, yeah, and I see like this moon creeping out here too. It almost feels like your soul is trying to like nudge you in a certain direction. And maybe that's like if you're feeling friction in your life, like within yourself, if you're feeling like anxious or worried or angry or sad or something because things aren't working out how you want them to, or how you feel like you need them to. I get a sense that like your soul and your guides and your spiritual team are trying to like lead you down this like different path that you didn't originally imagine for yourself. I'm just getting like a sense to let go and trust that. Trust that. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes it's just like a different, like all we need is like a different lens, and then things come to light, you know? Then like the world comes to light and we see things clearly, and then all of a sudden we're at peace. It's like, I mean, we know that just by like our life experiences. Think about times when you were maybe mad at someone or like fighting with someone about something, and then you realize it was a miscommunication, and then everything's just like, oh, wow, I'm sorry, like I didn't realize it was like that, like my bad, you know, and then things are fine and back to normal. It's just like some kind of misinterpretation or miscommunication, and then all of a sudden things are good. And so that's kind of the feeling here. It's like, it's not that anyone's wrong or you're doing something wrong or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, just like a wider lens, just like seeing things in a broader, clearer view, I guess, will make things make more sense and bring that sense of peace and success that you're really wanting and hoping for. Yeah, exactly. Because the Five of Cups often talks about, or really what it talks about is like this person here, right, is grieving over these 3 cups that have spilled, right? And they're just feeling like the loss and the disappointment that comes with that. But they're so engrossed in that sense of loss, or in the loss of those 3 cups, that they don't realize or recognize or remember that they have these 2 cups that are still there and standing up and waiting for them, really. And so that's kind of what it feels like. It just feels like the lens that you have right now, or the lens that you have been using, is not the full picture, I guess is the best wording. It's not the full picture, because there's more. There's a lot more. A lot more coming your way. Let's see. Yeah, 2 of Clouds. We have, which is a 2 of Swords. So again, like this, you have like the light and dark, and kind of this here. It's just like this duality, different things going on. Like there's just like 2 different sides to the same story, 2 different sides to the same coin. It's, I don't know. Yeah, it's almost like Spirit is saying that like, you don't, things don't have to look the way that you want them to in order for them to be what you truly need. Yeah. Things don't have to maybe feel exactly the way that you want them to in order for them to be what you truly need and what your soul truly needs. Yeah, and all that kind of thing is just trust that like all things can exist together, like the lightness, the darkness, that fear, that worry, like all sides are true. All sides are true. It's just what we choose to focus on. Man, I feel like this is like almost like wanting to turn in a different direction than what I intended this video to be about. But, you know. Okay. I'm just going to take this one that down here. The Page of Cups, or Steward of Water in this deck. Yeah, it's like seeing things, because the page often like sees things in new ways, because they're like, they have very much have like this childlike wonder and this curiosity to life, right? And especially the Page of Cups, it's very imaginative, very like magical and mystical, and just kind of being open to the world around them. And that's kind of what this feels like. So it says openness, channel, reflective, and immersed. So maybe while you've been like immersed in this energy, or just like these plans, these again expectations, life is going on around you. I don't know. I hope this like is resonating and makes sense. Yeah, because it just feels like I'm trying to like, I want to explain like kind of what I'm feeling, which is always like, or it can be difficult sometimes, because I'm feeling like a channel in a sense, and it feels like Spirit is wanting to use you in that way, or like your soul are wanting to be a channel of like peace and love and light, and you're wanting that to reflect into the world around you, into your relationships, into your job, which in that also can translate into meaning that you are just wanting to live a very fulfilled life, like you're wanting to feel fulfilled and happy and content and pride like with your life and the things that you're doing in life, you know, like you want to be happy with your life. You want to leave this world at the end of your life, you know, and like look back and say, I did that, and like I did things that like I'm proud of, and like I love the life that I've lived, you know. And that's what this feels like, that's what you're wanting. And that is what is happening. But it just feels like room needs to be made for you to be that channel. So like opening up. Because again, it feels like, so like you are wanting to be that channel, and Spirit is also wanting you to be that channel. It's just the way that you're originally imagining it to happen, or expecting it to happen, or whatever. I think it's different than what would actually be fulfilling to you. Yeah. I feel like I'm just kind of like repeating myself, just in slightly different words. So I'm going to go ahead and get a final card. I was like, get final advice from Spirit for this. Group 3. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll get 2. Okay, so first one, we have throat chakra. I clearly express all of me and my higher guidance. My voice matters. And play. I love to have fun. I effortlessly express my imagination and joy. So for me, I think this is what Spirit is saying, is what, like, if you're listening to this message and you're like, all right, cool, but like, how do I open up? How do I expand my vision or whatever, you know? This. This is how you do that. It's have fun. It's follow that sense of joy, that sense of passion, that playfulness, that imagination you have. Just, yeah, not taking things so seriously and just moving forward that way. Does that make sense? I'm just gonna put these here. Because it just feels like that sense of like playfulness and letting go and allowing things to unfold and happen. Because honestly, it feels like there is so much potential and power and so many capabilities all within you, and it's just kind of wanting to burst out. And it feels like you feel that is within you too. Like you feel like you know you are capable of so much and achieving so much, and you're just not exactly sure how to make that happen, or you have come up with a plan to maybe try to make that happen. But what Spirit is saying is to like let go of those expectations, let go of those maybe expectations you have set for yourself too, that like you have to have this many followers, or you have to, I don't know, write these amount of stories in order to be successful, or write this much amount of music, or produce these things. It's just have fun. Like it just feels like shake that weight off and just like have fun. Like do things that make you happy. Follow that joy. And that means maybe for some of you, take it as it resonates. Like throw out that plan completely that you've made, and just kind of just do one action that just like when you are done with that action, or even while you're doing it, like you just feel so happy, like your inner child is just like giddy with excitement and joy, and just, and then maybe take another action and another, and see where that leads, and see if you can kind of maybe create something new in that way, like just by following those steps of like, oh, this feels nice when I do this, or like I like hanging out with these people, like this feels really cool, or man, I was talking to this person and they were talking about things that I really like, and then they offered me this like opportunity that sounded really exciting, or something that like I think I could do, you know, something like that. It's following those little nudges, those I guess intuition, but following that joy, following that feeling of just like peace and like, yeah, this feels good. And that is what's going to bring in like these connections and this like sense of fulfillment and abundance and things like that. And this, what I clearly expressed all of me, it's like being yourself. It's like not feeling like you have to look a certain way or be a certain way in order to be successful or to be accepted or whatever it is. It's just truly being yourself and just being free. I don't know. Just being yourself. Yeah, just speaking your mind, sharing your truth, sharing your heart, sharing who you are with others, and that will just kind of open your eyes, open the world around you, and attract people and attract things that are attracted to you, you know, and then you'll just effortlessly then be in this state of beauty and Ace of Cups energy and abundance and all that good stuff. Yeah. I hope this made sense, group 3. I'm going to leave it here. I wish you so much love and light. I mean, you already have all of that around you, but again, just sending you love and light. And yeah. If you're interested in private readings with me or interested in my oracle deck or anything like that, information is down below, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. All right, thank you so much. Bye.